I'm Alex with Outreach. So we've got a mass mailing that we're working on, coming up with what we want to say. If you're interested in being involved with that, get with Outreach. You can reach us at reachoccupyseattle@gmail.com. Also, we've been going business to business in your district and Wallingford, and put up 25 signs that say Occupy Seattle supports local businesses. And that's been a really positive response. So there are positive business owners out there, so we just need to reach them. And that's it.
Okay. A question about your outreach to business owners.
What's that?
Are you guys just walking around and going to individual business owners, or are you contacting, the way the Seattle is set up, we have a greater, well, it's now changed the Metropolitan Seattle Chamber of Commerce, and then we have individual business groups like the Seattle Area Chamber of Commerce, the Rainier, the Central District Chamber of Commerce, the Rainier Valley Chamber of Commerce. There's a council for businesses. So is that something that you guys have thought about, or is it just you guys are just knocking on doors?
Oh, pretty much we're just going to businesses that we've either been to before or know that they have some support in the community and that they have some values that we value as well. And that's just a personal thing. So I'll go to a coffee shop, and if I think they value like fair trade and they're whatever, like they practice good business services, then I'll ask them if they're interested. We haven't reached out to everyone yet, but we're starting with the ones we know we can get.
Right, because the reason why I'm asking is I own a business, and I'll be speaking at the Central Area School District Chamber of Commerce. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just get with you guys and let you know what the results are of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can give you some flyers as well to pass out while you're there if they're interested in putting them up.
All right, that's cool.
Is there something a business does? Like, is there any negative thing a business does where we wouldn't support them or give them the flyer?
Not if they're a local business. More than likely not. I mean, we're looking at concentrating on local businesses only, so that probably won't be an issue. Anything else?
Food Not Bombs and Food Update are kind of together as far as the march is concerned. We're prepping and starting to cook food on Saturday for the march event on Monday, and we're also cooking all day Sunday. We're going to try and make something portable for the event. Let's say maybe burritos, 100 to 1,000. And today we're showing food at the squat, at the banner making activity, and at the camp before 7:30. And we're actually going to leave before like 6 o'clock, so we can be able to do that before 7:30. And I just want to remind everybody that the intergroup meeting times is also the same time that we cook every day. So unfortunately, it's going to be impossible for us to attend every meeting. And we wanted to give you guys advance on Monday also. Our truck is involved with the march, and we're cooking all day, so we won't be able to attend Monday meeting.
So one of the things that we could do is anyone with Food Not Bombs who can like get on email and can forward like a few things, and then just to let us know that somebody can make an announcement on behalf of your group.
You have my email. The other thing you can do is send your requests with food representatives to attend, since they know how they're working with you.
And also, this is a little bit off topic, but I think it's important. And I haven't told Alyssa this yet, but I met someone this past weekend who owns and operates an auto body, or not an auto body, but like a repair shop, right? Like a mechanic sort of repair. So if your vehicles have issues, like she runs some fleet vehicles for Virginia Mason, and she's going to be a strong ally. So if you ever have issues with your car or something, she's really supportive of Occupy. And I told her that we could probably send some business her way at some point, and as long as she gives a good deal, right? So.
Oh yeah, it's actually one of the issues we had up. The truck that we delivered the food in, for some reason when you fill it up all the way in gas, it leaks gas. So.
We also have a mechanic on the site that we can put you in contact with, who has all of his tools here.
Perfect.
So, would you mind presentation?
Dumpsters are full again. But they're getting emptied tomorrow morning, hopefully. And trash that's going to be left behind from out there as well. Really, I guess that's it for sanitation.
Where are we at
Oh.
on removing the porta pots? Have we decided when we're going to do that?
No.
Please consider calling the unions that donated them and seeing what their wishes are as far as that, because there are liability issues attached to donating those.
Especially people choose to occupy them.
Or remodel.
Okay, so that was.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
So sorry, question for sanitation. Is there any plans or guidelines or rules that you're going to set up in the new, or y'all going to set up in the new space to keep sanitation top priority?
Yeah, ideally, in a new place. In fact, there's been a lot of talk about this amongst camp safety and really all the different ones. Is they're not specified yet, but actually setting up something to where that's clear. That these, like sanitation is something that must be taken care of. I'll probably help work with our engineering team to actually build a place for, sanitary place for food dispensal, and actually making it so that all these different things can be kept clean.
Sorry. Sorry about the sanitation. I know a big problem was a lot of times we'd clear the garbage, but the dumpsters wouldn't be ready to take it. Are there any, I would like to see this personally, a plan in the work that when we can gather together, have emergency dumps so we ourselves can take it to the dump.
would you like to put sanitation on the agenda? Because really report backs are not the time for clarifying.
Okay.
Would you like the sanitation plan to be on the agenda?
Oh, yes, please.
Is there anything else from sanitation? Okay, storage and supply. We have maybe 2 more loads of goods in the supply tent. When those are gone, it will come down. The only canopies that are left are the ones that are slated to be used for the plan that was voted through the GA yesterday as a symbolic resistance, doing a teach-in for 24 hours, and then deciding where to go from there. So we're pretty much packed up. There's very little stuff that is left to go, and it has gone, of course, to storage. I think everybody knows that we store with a nonprofit. They just met 3 days ago for their monthly board meeting and decided to continue our storage space for yet another month. For this, they have charged us 1 box of Cheetos and 4 bottles of soda for their meeting.
That's fair.
That's outrageous.
Did GA vote on that?
Yeah. Bargain, haggle.
So that's where storage is at, is that we will be spending the next few days after the raid sorting the stuff and inventorying it, because we really, really need to know what we have, and things came back jumbled in boxes, medical supplies stacked on top of info booth stuff. So we're going to sort out your stuff and try to get it back to you nicer than it came in. I'd like to remind everybody, storage does not take dirty things, wet things, or personal items. We just can't for so many reasons. The personal items one, I know a lot of people have had questions about, but because of contagion, I'm not saying that anyone has anything, but bed bugs, chiggers, MRSA, staph, we've had at least 1 person contract ringworm from one of the campers. That's just not something that we can bring into the warehouse where it can get all over the stuff that belongs to everybody. So that's the reason for that. I already announced a finance meeting Sunday, 1 o'clock. Oh, and tactically, we've been making maps so that when people are ready to sit down and look at locations, when the GA has that conversation. I think it's slated for late Friday night, early Saturday morning. We'll actually hopefully have these laminated and possible camp arrangements drawn out on them so that we can be looking at which space is going to meet our needs best moving on for a temporary space. Or if we decide to occupy immediately or hold off a few days and see what can be arranged. So that's where we're at with that is map making.